So my main objective for this year, I got a book coming out at the end of the year that talks about everything. Childhood trauma, my addiction,
He's
the rise.
exposing me in it.
Exposing myself. The rise and fall of my fame, the depression behind it, the suicidal ideations, like everything in my life is in this book. So I'm just right now keeping busy, getting my shit out there until that moment comes. And this boxing thing just fell into my lap. Like I landed one day, I drove to a location and I had been working 5 days straight and I told the universe like some shit's gonna open up. Like doors just open when you put in the work. On my 5th day, I run into Stromedy, invite him on my podcast. That turns into the fight with him and Bryce Hall. This Dana-tube character gets created and I'm running with it.
You're like, done being one of the participants in the gossip and you're ready to be the guy officiating and documenting it.
That's
you're ready
very fair.
for the Keemstar arc in your career.
That's very fair. And that's why I didn't want to have to say what I said to Deji today and get involved. Like, I didn't want to have to do that. He shouldn't have picked me. You could have said shit to your opponent. Your opponent was sitting right there ready to listen to you. Go off on him. Don't go off on Fousey about being a bad fighter.
Are you ready to admit that you called in that bomb threat?
Oh, hell no. Go fuck yourself. Hell no. Are you being serious?
Well, I have
better
thought
be
about this a
goddamn
lot.
playing. No
If
fucking
you didn't,
way.
if you didn't call in the bomb threat,
fucking way.
If you didn't call in the bomb threat, the story would have been that the venue was not gonna fill up.
Bro, hell no. The event hadn't even started. It crashed on the pre-show.
Listen,
when Lit Poppy was on stage.
I was there.
The people,
unlike you, I was there. I know.
I know, but the people who were gonna perform didn't even have a chance. The event didn't even start.
Shut up. Show Luciano,
bro,
aka
the reason I take that shit so personally, because that day changed my life forever, bro. Like, that's the pinnacle in my book of where everything went down, and I went through my whole downfall and had to rebuild myself up.
Were you in a manic episode during that?
100%.
Right. That's the main thing for me is I kind of feel bad about my coverage of all that, but in retrospect, I don't think I understood what a manic episode was really like, and I didn't really understand what you were going through. And that's the whole thing. It's hard to tell whether somebody's just wilding out. Banks did say it.
But when we were filming the documentary, Banks was like trying to explain to me. He's like, Fousey's not good.
I've done so much in the 3 years.
I couldn't see it.
I've done 2 charity trips in Africa, and y'all out here talking about July 15th. I'm like,
run it back. I was like, nigga, don't look over here when you said that.
huh?
He didn't say a thing.
You gotta run it back. Honestly.
Nah.
Why not? Give it a.
If the time is right in my life and the opportunity presents itself,
it's almost July, bro.
Take them to Africa.
But a force like what I had done back then, and I write about it all in my book. I wouldn't want to bore you with it now.
He should do another July 15th, right?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Hold on. If you want me to do that, then plug me with your investors. Let me talk to real people with real money, and I pull it off right. I don't want to set myself up for failure again. Yeah. I know I could pull off a good event, and I know that event, even if it didn't live up, if it had gone through to whatever it was gonna be, would have still been successful had somebody not called in a bomb threat.
Adam, DM Drake right now and tell him he got to pull up.
Bro, I write about Drake in my book, and I tell everybody the story once and for all.
Hey, that was one of my favorite stories, bro. You was like, I seen him outside the club.
If I sent Drake a selfie of us right now, I wonder how he would respond.
He'll probably say, get that kid away from me.
Can I get my phone?
Oh,
Drake, if you're watching,
FaceTime him then. Let me tell him the story.
I only have the DM. I don't have the number.
Drake,
I'm not at that level.
if you're watching this right now, I need the Certified Lover Boy Chrome Hearts official collab. Need the sweatsuit. Send it over.
Yeah, we all need the Certified Boy Lover.
Yo, if we talking about Drake, Drake, I need on my bucket list to get 5 minutes with you. One, to tell you the July 15th story of me sneaking into your club that you rented out that night. And 2, I need an Instagram picture. When I post that Instagram picture, it's literally just gonna be me like this next to you, and I'm done. Like, I'll never have to post on the internet again. That's it. It's over. That's it.
The internet will break.
It's like, just go fuck yourself. Because I want you to hear my story and understand my side of it. I know he'll resonate with it.
He might be listening right now.
Nah, I ain't listening.
Bro, Drake.
I mean, we can send it to him. It's no big deal. I mean,
Drake is tapped in. Man.
I think we could.
I was on Ben Baller's podcast,
and
I told their story too. And he was like, if I ever get 5 minutes with Drake, I'm gonna tell him the story. And if he's open to talking to you,
can you tell that story in 5 minutes?
Yeah, it's kind of it's a lengthy story.
No. I've been waiting for that day. That's my moment. You know how Eminem says you got one shot, one opportunity? That's my moment. Yeah. When I meet Drake, that's my moment. But y'all, come on, when are we gonna be able to stop talking about that?
Mom spaghetti.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. Like, what has to happen before we're no longer interested in that?
Bro, I've literally, I left the internet for a fucking year. I come back, I reinvent myself, I rebuild myself. I'm doing all this now.
You know, the only reason why we're talking about it is because you had that famous moment on this show.
On here with him.
Yeah.
And you sold my fucking. Where's my profit, bro? Write a check. I need a check.
You need to release the NFT.
I need a check. You
Money?
sold my shirt. You sold my face.
Oh my God. Oh, the
To be fair, I think we own that content as soon as you were on this podcast.
How much money did I make you though?
I don't know, maybe 20, 50 bucks. I don't know.
Cap. That's cap.
I got you on 20 bucks.
That's cap.
I got you on 20 bucks.
That's cap. I saw a random person one day wearing that shirt. I just stared at him like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yo, I got that shirt.
Hey,
you sent me one.
Hey, you better get on your fucking Rory or Mall shit and ask for the books. I need to see the books.
Let me see.
Let me see the
Bro,
books.
I never watched that footage. That shit's embarrassing as fuck. I was cringe as fuck.
That was the greatest stream that ever existed. That show was so amazing. Yo, think about it. It started with, I know you want to move on, but real quick, it started with Shane Dawson. It was going to be a calm
I feel bad for
Shane
him.
Dawson
I jumped
podcast.
him.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You jumped
for him.
in, you invaded the Shane Dawson thing. I was at the Clout House Studios, right? I see this going down. I get on an Uber, I race over, and then I interrupt you and Shane Dawson. Then Sam Pepper and Ice Poseidon
Who is
come
Sam
in.
Pepper?
You don't know who Sam Pepper is?
No, I was just kidding. He don't know nobody.
This guy is so oblivious to like YouTube shit. It's hilarious.
I'm from the streets.
Sorry.
I don't know about none of this
Continue, yeah. He's only here to pummel people and to flash guns.
shit. Yes.
That
Not
is
shoot them.
true.
Continue.
Like these glasses.
But anyhow, my point was that
Those are
it's
clean.
just absolute legendary like stream. You know, it's part of
I know.
YouTube history.
I know.
It's not bad.
That shit still pops up on my recommended, and I just shake my head.
That shit made me feel like this is what I should be doing every day. Is every day I should just be in here, and it's very rare that much good content could come to you while you're not even trying to do content.
That's when you're on the right wave, you're on the right energy. But no, that night was electric. Like the fact that everyone started coming here minute after minute, that shit got crazy.
I know.
Oh,
Are you DMing Drake right now?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, if you're not
Okay,
DMing
yeah.
Drake, then
But I don't want
happening,
like
people.
What I
Dreams
don't
do come
want
true.
because Ben Ball already said if he gets that 5 with him, he's gonna talk to him and see how he
oh,
reacts.
Ben Baller said he was gonna do that for you. I
Yeah.
thought. Oh, okay.
So I don't want you to fuck shit up now.
What do you want me to do? Just start filming a video of you right now, or do you want me to just send a
No,
picture with
Send
them?
a 5-minute video.
No
Send the
video.
5-minute
Nah.
video
And if you
right
send
now.
a picture of me, he's gonna be like, "Why the fuck you sending me this dude's picture?"
might get
You
blocked
know
now.
that Drake 100% knows that you know July 15th. He knows
But
all
you
about
wonder
that.
how much he knows, because
Yeah.
he could like have been paying attention to the whole thing, or it could have been the kind of thing that us civilians
heard-
are talking about, and he's just completely
I
oblivious.
heard through the grapevine that he very much knew about the whole thing.
Drake is so tapped into shit. Like,
Thank
Yeah.
you for saying that.
Yeah.
Bruh, listen, straight up, swear to God.
But
all right?
I also heard that he didn't meet you in the
No,
in
he
the
never
restaurant.
met me. I never shook his hand and said, "Hi, my
I
name
also
is."
heard that.
I never met the dude. Here's what happened. I'm
We're
gonna
gonna make it Slim
watch
Shady.
how fast I'm gonna give
Okay.
it. Watch how fast I'm gonna give it. Get snuck into the back of the club by Lip Poppy. Tells me
what?
Yeah.
That's who snuck you into the club.
Yeah.
Shout out
Networking.
to Lil Poppy.
How do you think he ended up
Yo,
performing?
yo, listen. Tells me everybody's in this club. I bump into Shawn Mendes. I bump into Ivan Barrios from DJ Khaled's crew. I'm on a table with Ludacris screaming in his face like a psycho, dehydrated, no ID, nothing, like high on Adderall, just screaming, "I'm gonna change the world tomorrow. I'm gonna deliver a speech that has more eyes on it than the president." Finally, end of the night comes. One entourage left. It's only Drake's entourage. I look on the couch on the left, 5 of the baddest IG models who I've tried to shoot shots in DMs who I've never replied before. And it blew my mind because I'm
Respect.
like, damn, all 5 of
Okay.
you are right there.
Hanging out with each other.
Hanging out with each other, waiting for the entourage. Anyways, Drake's dad walks right past me. I knew him from Tyler Perry's Medea Boo Halloween premiere, but he was too, like, he was lit. He was on a
He's
good
in the
vibe.
club. He's
I
not-
couldn't talk to him.
Yeah.
He moved. Dude behind me. For no reason, I stop him. I yell in his face for a good 5 minutes. Tell him everything. Tell him my name is Yusuf. I'm the next Tony Robbins. The only difference is my name is Yusuf Salah Aragat. I tell that to his
Who's
face.
Tony Robbins?
Motivational
Robbins,
speaker.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I know who that
Okay,
is.
so check this. So dude goes like this.
He
This
said nigga too, by the way.
Was he was white?
hey, yeah. This is dude's
Don't
exact
be that
response.
guy.
Someone else at this
what
table,
have I
too.
said?
He said this guy was white and he said nigga.
No, Tony Robbins.
But how would I be that guy?
Because you said I'm the next Tony
Oh,
Robbins.
no. You ain't got to worry about
I'm just
that.
saying, don't
When's
You
the
gotta
last
worry
time you
about
said
that.
the N-word?
Huh?
When's the last time you said the N-word?
Maybe when I was like 14.
Okay, you had like a nav transformation?
Huh?
Never mind.
No,
Keep
like,
going,
you know, when I'm by myself at 14, I probably snuck it out just to see what it felt like
Adam
and then
did
never
too.
said
Don't
it
let
again.
You never say it at night under the covers by
To see
yourself?
what it felt like.
I'm a little kid.
Adam for sure did too. This guy too, for sure. All you motherfuckers.
That's what being a
I
kid
don't
is
wanna-
all
no, no,
about.
Josh-
You gotta try some shit
Yo,
out.
let me finish
He
this.
said to see what it felt like. Look
Yo.
in the mirror like Papa John's.
I'm a kid.
It's like
the
fucking the
origin
couch.
of Papa John's. Nigga.
It's like fucking the couch. You gotta try it one time.
even when I was on the school bus, like the first time my friends made me put up my middle finger, I was scared to see what it felt like. I was a good kid.
They pulled your middle finger. Like,
Yeah.
No, but
They
I know
forced me.
a lot of Middle Eastern dudes who call themselves the N-word with the sand before it. Like
No,
they
and
think
I
it's
ha-
funny.
I
Oh,
hate
you're
that.
saying, nigga?
No, Arabs, and I've noticed this because I've gone live on like what are those platforms you can go live with people?
Periscope.
Nah, like shit like that. And whenever I run into
I'm
Arab
still
dudes,
10 minutes
they
back on
love
this
saying the
combo.
N-word. And I tell them that's not cool. Like you can't say Arabs love saying that. And I always say Arabs, you cannot do that. That's
She's Egyptian.
Y'all brown
Oh,
enough.
that's what's up. I'm Palestinian. But let me finish the story, please.
Hashtag.
Because I'm telling you now. Listen, I finished telling that dude my story, right? I swear to God,
homie?
word for word in my book, he puts his hands up like this and he goes, God damn, I only have one question for you. I go, what? He goes, how did you know my name? The first thing that came out of my mouth, being manic as fuck, I said, if my name came out of your mouth, God did that. He goes, wow. For the first time of the night, he walks through the crowd. They split like the fucking Red Sea.
Yeah.
For the first time of the night, I see Drake. It's like light is shining on him and my heart's pounding. I feel electricity all over me. I'm on a high of a fucking lifetime. I don't move. I just stand there. Drake starts walking right towards me. He says bye to an NBA player. We're literally this face to face. Now, I ain't gonna be stupid and take the moment to be like, yo, Drake, da-da-da. He leaves. The dude I just talked to who walked up to Drake and whispered in his ear for 5 minutes walks up to me and goes, we'll be there tomorrow. Take my number. I save his number under God's plan. I walk out that night and I'm shaking. I send him a video and I'm like, yo, you don't understand what that meant. Like, I was going crazy.
Guy's got a sick sense of humor.
I'm not gonna tell you the
So
next
if
part.
there
'cause
wasn't,
I'm
so
not-
if there wasn't a
Wait,
bomb threat,
yeah, let me get there. I'm not gonna tell you the next part because that's in my book of what happened when I got home and what I felt was happening to me. But literally the next morning, before I ever post Drake's picture, like to promote it, I send it to that God's Plan number. It says July 15th with Drake's face on it, and I go, I can't wait for y'all to come. It says red. Now, if he had no intention of coming, would they allow me to promote that shit? That's a cease and a desist, and who the fuck are you? Drake's not coming to your event right away.
So he didn't respond. He just saw that it was red.
Every single text that whole day, I sent him 15 texts, everyone, red. Not one said, we're not coming. Just read it. So I assumed, bet, they want to see how the event's going, they're going to pull up. I let the event start. I let people be on stage. It's still the openers. Hasn't even started. I'm driving there.
But
My
you know that
girlfriend calls me
normally when
crying.
people are left on red, they don't like take it as a good thing.
No. This is
I just wanna
different.
throw that out
This is different. This ain't sliding into a girl's DMs and getting left on red. This is you telling the guy who just spoke to the guy, like, they're obviously close, like, yo, I'm promoting you to be here tonight. If he says we're not gonna be there, he's not gonna allow me to post that shit. He'll send one text back and he'll be like, yo, here's a cease and desist. We're suing your ass.
They ain't say nothing about janky promoters or nothing.
Nothing. I know he was gonna show up that night. I don't give a fuck what the world says now. I'm 31. I'm older. I know what that day meant to me. It was gonna go according to plan. I know it. I'm driving there. My girlfriend calls me and goes, "Baby, somebody called in a bomb threat. Event's canceled." I end up
You
on.
weren't even there yet?
Nope. I end up on top of an Uber, screaming my lungs out with this guy recording me for his documentary camera, me yelling at him.
That's
the
amazing.
true story. And
really
obviously,
good.
the next day, when all these publications reach out to Drake's team, they're not gonna be like, "Yeah, we were expected to be at that shit show where a bomb threat got called in." They said, "We never met the guy. We don't know the guy. We know nothing about this."
That's what they're supposed to say.
Duh. That's why I want to meet him to tell him my story once in my lifetime.
Is there a possibility that, because you weren't well during this time, is there a possibility that you imagine this whole scenario? I'm
No,
serious.
kid,
I'm not
no.
trying to make a joke.
No.
I'm not trying to make a joke.
No. I know he's trying to understand mental illness. No.
He's high.
I was not in the club imagining all this happening. No, I was not. This happened.
Because I know
for
Little
word.
Poppy is real.
Word for word, bar for bar.
It's not Lil Poppy, it's Lit Poppy.
Oh, Lit Poppy.
Lit like a big.
I said Lil.
Bitches on my dick. And
I said
they
Lil?
go with the shit
said
because
Lil.
my dick
I hope
is
I
super
didn't.
thick.
That was funny.
That was funny as fuck.
Fire song. That was one of the best things that came out of this.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
His
remember
career.
I put him in the documentary? We had like that
Oh
whole
my
dance
God.
scene.
Yo, y'all really fucking damn. My nigga Lit Poppy needs to be more lit after that. That's
But
crazy.
Keemstar hasn't done anything like that. You don't run around with documentary crews after that. You just stay home and make money in your basement.
Dude, there has to be good subject matter. Like, this was insane. He was telling everybody, I'm gonna make this fucking huge thing. Drake's coming in, what, 5 days?
Well, guess what?
I pulled it off in 5 days,
We're
bro.
doing it. We're doing it this year.
Look, at the end of the day, let me say
Fire
this too.
Festival Part 2.
Yo, I hate talking about this, but fuck it. The
Before Fire
conversation's
Festival.
open.
Before Fire
The
Festival.
conversation's open, all right? 5 days. I fly from Australia in the middle of my tour to LA. I'm able to rent out the Greek Theater on my own dime, get Live Nation and Ticketmaster involved,
Stop playing
get
with him.
OT Genesis and all these different
Stop playing
rappers.
with
What's
him.
his name? What's that dude who just came
This
back?
is his boy.
That's
OT's
OT.
boy.
Okay, what's the dude, Lil Skies, who just came back after a hiatus?
You had Lil
Skies.
Skies.
I had Lil
I didn't
Skies
see him
lined
there,
up.
but-
I had all these people lined up. I did that in 5 days. No investors, no
Drake
nothing.
The night before,
And we
nigga.
were there. It was kind of fun.
And now I had YouTube live stream it. I had 70,000 people watching the pre-show. Now imagine if I had
70,000
watching the
people?
pre-show, watching Lit Poppy. Now imagine if I had 6 months to actually put my mind together and do something correctly.
We
What
got
would have
3 months
happened?
Now let's go.
You see what I'm
Speak
saying?
that.
Can
So
I
I
just
did
say-
that shit in 5 days.
You sound very convincing.